What's up, guys? Random little video here. Wasn't planning this at all, but you know, sometimes you don't have to always feel, and like sometimes you don't have to always have that thought of like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, blah blah blah. Oh, like it's so. I feel like when we're able to sit in silence, like a really good thing, something I thought about today. I was like, when you're if you're with people and the energy's crazy, and it's kind of a weird request, but just like, and who can like ask, be like, yo, let's stay silent for a minute, 2 minutes, no one say anything. We can look at each other, no one say anything. I feel like you learn so much about people in that. Um, I can stay silent, you know, for as long as I need to. I can make eye contact. Like I never lose a staring showdown, whatever. Um, and the point is that a lot of people are so uncomfortable with that silence, right? So they try to fill their lives with so much meaningless shit, basically, right? To avoid that silence. But then when you just learn to sit with it and accept it, and maybe it makes you sad, maybe when you're silent you start to there's some fear that you had that you never even confronted, and it's actually not that bad of a fear. They say the fear is stronger than the fear itself, right? And this is not herpes, by the way. It's I don't know what it is, but I've had it tested 3 times, and yeah, it comes back like every like so rarely. I don't know what it is, but yeah, the fear is more powerful than the fear itself. So I think that, like, can you just be quiet and see where is your mind going? And it's so nice and peaceful to just accept, you know? Like, I just accept at this point that every aspect of my life, that, I'll do things that I'm not, like, that are gonna be, like, good, I guess. But ultimately, I could die tomorrow, or I could die in 3 years. I could have something with my kidney or whatever. And who knows? Like some random thing that like I hope doesn't happen. I think I'm gonna live a long time. If I had to guess, I think I'm gonna live a really long time. I think like 87 or longer, or like 99. Um, I could also see like 65 or 77. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, the point is that, and I could also see a short life. Um, but no, I don't think so. I think that would be really, yeah, that would be fucked up. I mean, wouldn't make any sense because I haven't even started like what I'm supposed to be doing here yet. Or I've started, but yeah. So, anyways, yeah, within that silence, you can just kind of be and learn so much. Where does your mind go? Is your mind judging you for your poor performance today in this game of life? Um, is your mind comparing your current circumstances with your past ones, or with your ideal ones that come from somewhere in your somewhere along this ride of life, you had this idea in your head of like what your life is supposed to be like, what the ideal partner was supposed to be like, what your life was going to be like with, like, your day to day, your friends and your work, and the social events you attend, and um, money and all these things, right? And expectations are the root of all disappointment, because when inevitably your life doesn't end up the way you thought it was, We get guided by these images in our unconscious, right? We have these images in our, like, think about it. Think about the images you have in your unconscious that sort of guide you, right? Um, in any area of life. What happens when those don't come true? So, I used to always think, like, man, I should be one of the biggest astrologers. I've got a lot of talent. I'm young. I've got a lot going. People like me. I'm honest. Like, whatever, right? Like, I deserve it. But now I'm just like, I don't fuck. Like, it's not that I don't care. It's just like I have zero control, and like whatever happens, happens. Like I've always imagined like the girl of my dreams, right? Like the girl I would marry, looking a certain way, being a certain way. Like I don't even know if I'll get married or if I'll have like another serious girlfriend. Maybe not, you know. Um, I had the busiest day yesterday. Today, oh my god, I'm not gonna get into like the noises from my neighbors, remodeling their house. It's like my ears are still ringing. It's like right above, like just like a machine gun going off right above where I sleep, directly above. It's just a headache too. But like, I haven't done anything today. Like literally nothing. I just sitting. But like I'm not sad. I'm not feeling low about it. And it's nice. You know what I mean? Like it's nice because nature, like everything comes at its own pace, right? Um, and spontaneity and like even tonight anything could happen, right? Like even though I'm not gonna put myself in a position like anything could happen. Um, I could get a DM from someone, right? Like someone could start following me on Instagram that becomes a super important person in my life. I could, yeah, get well, I'm not very good at checking my messages, but maybe I do. I look at my DMs, maybe I get one from someone. Like anything could happen. And God plans these things. And I give up, I just give up. I'm done. I mean, and it's been like this for a while. Like, I don't want to say I'm done trying, but like I surrender, and like I accept. Sorry for a second, guys. I accept whatever I get, because whatever I get, and I also admit that I'm not perfect. I'm not. There's quite a few things in my life that are very imperfect, Um, but fuck it, like fuck it, and whatever, as long like for me, I'm a like as long as I'm a good person, right? As long as I'm morally doing the right things, that's like kind of the only thing I care about, honestly. Like, if I'm doing things that are good, I'm not doing things that are bad. Like, and that's not things I really need to talk about. It's just kind of that's kind of more how I feel, like that. That's kind of like the you know only way I'm gonna judge myself, really, right? Is there anything I've done? Like, for example, even like the other, I had like one of my rare party nights on Saturday, and you know I use those nights as like resets, right? Go out with my friends and yeah, social. My Spanish a lot better, and like there was a time last year where during one Untold Music Festival, the biggest music festival in Romania, it's like once a year, crazy, amazing, but like it's 4 days of partying. There was a day where there's a day where I was like said a bunch of stuff on social media, nothing like mean or anything, but just things that it just gave me like a very cringy feeling that I said.
And I don't know, it's just like little random things. Like I was proud, like I'm proud of myself that since then, like I was like I'm never allowing myself when I, when I drink or party, which like I said, it's very rare. Usually only for concerts. I'm never gonna allow myself to go on social media, and I've stuck to that. So it's like little mini victories like that, right? Um, but yeah, it's a crazy world, and like I think like one of the things that like I used to hate the most about my old life was like that I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to have any shame of anything I did, right? And I'm like, so it's like little things like that. I feel like that's like growth, like and it's different for all of us. But yeah, back to my point, guys. Like we're just always like yeah, it just came when I was watching it. I was watching this podcast today, and I could just feel this very like I don't know how to describe it, but like ADHD energy. Like it was just like I felt like there's so much insecurity in the room, and like they actually did that, like where they stopped talking, and I feel like you can learn so much about someone when they, how they are when they're asked to be silent. Like because that laughter, that's uncomfortable. That's you. You're not uncomfortable. You're not comfortable with yourself if you can't not laugh or can't like like no. You can just sit with your own sadness. Sit with your own whatever. Right. Sit with everything that's you. And I don't know. Like there's that part in Star Wars, where Luke, the good Star Wars, where Luke goes and spends that time with Yoda. And I think like that's like such an archetypal, like, like you know, that's it's such a beautiful archetypal kind of not image but idea, right? Theme, like of going to that swamp. It's like an ugly place, which could represent like our ugly, unconscious, shadow, all that. But that's where he gets the most of his learning and really becomes a Jedi, right? Really becomes magical, really fulfills his potential. But it's not done in this like sexy, around people thing. I think that's where people become legends. People become legends like in the silence, when they're just like for me in astrology, not calling myself a legend, I'm just saying like it was by myself, like everything I've done, it was by myself, is that passion. So yeah. Um, Anyways, that's my ramble for today. I'll probably post this. Why not? But I'm just about out of time. 13:16 is the amount of time I had. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep posting these. Please give me a like or comment if this actually helps you, if you liked it, so I know. And keep posting these on YouTube. All right.